drip. She in my wrist. That's a freezer. Give me assist. Give me teamwork. Keep it consistent. For the distance.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll get a look at Joe Burrow. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Bengals and the Ravens on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard game, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
All the talk of Jackson leaving the Ravens this offseason was just that, talk, as the two sides hammered out a deal that made him the highest paid player in the NFL. And why would they want to separate? When he has the ball in his hands, great things typically happen.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. He's still on his feet. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. first play from scrimmage all the way into the end zone. Look, the pass was good, but that run after the catch, that's what was really impressive.
And I think the big question I have is, where were the safeties? Where was the tackling? Because going into this game, they had to know that they were going to be tested. That was a part of the defense that had to stand up. And on that play, not even close.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his 4th season now out of LSU.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
On first down, they'll start out with Moss. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You look at this Baltimore defense. Now they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Well, throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Fair catch signal for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
22 more yards there and another first down. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They go play action with Jackson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
24 yards to gain there, another first down as well.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
An inside give, Brown. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
Marcus Williams from his safety spot, making a nice play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Quick slant caught by Chase.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Burrow on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ballgame because they're facing the number 1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
40-yard line.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
On second down, here's Henry. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Throw caught by Flowers. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. 21-3 is your score after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Jackson on first down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Jackson finds his man over the middle. It's likely. And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And you can forget this defense just a bit here. They know how dangerous Lamar Jackson is running the football. Stopping him is in many ways a prime concern. So here, they're late to react to the handoff on the option, and it costs them as this winds up a touchdown.
Tucker now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. Yeoman's effort on that last drive. 7 carries, got the touchdown as well. and the O-line probably got a little extra oxygen on the sideline in between.
And deservedly so, because they were also calling for him to continue to get the ball, because there's a rhythm that gets established, right? When you're running it well and the back's getting the ball, and he's in sync and reading blocks, and the offensive line wants to continue to pound away. Haven't been an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than he likes to run block. And that last drive, we saw the end result, didn't we?
Yep, and all were rewarded with a trip to pay dirt. Now Jackson, yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he'll be brought down at the 37. Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. To throw is Jackson. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Second and 12 at the 14-yard line.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On third down, Jackson. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. T. Higgins leading the Cincinnati receiving corps out for this upcoming series.
He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. 3rd down, here's a run by Moss.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one. So now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Nelson Aguilar and company getting set to go again on offense now. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get up to the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing. Because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Some good-looking matchups on your screen there. One of the best, yeah, I'll say it, it's in Cleveland. A big test there for the Browns, as they'll have to contend with the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Good games in the late afternoon as well, one being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the Tampa Bay Bucks. And one final game to highlight. It's Sunday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the Minnesota Vikings and the Denver Broncos. The Ravens were led in that first half by, who else? The former MVP Lamar Jackson. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. On the return is Charlie Jones, and he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to... And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, They spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
After the interception, here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And now hang on here. Looks like we have an injured player. Yeah, Mark Andrews is in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On second down, here's the option. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Well, anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff that we're looking for.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So he's been automatic.
Point 'em out, 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 point 'em out. Watch 'em panic. Got 2 chains on, I'm too late. Got 1 watch on my wrist. I'm riding round and I'm getting it. I'm young, but I ain't ignorant. They keep asking who the hell you think you are. Him, and him. They keep asking who the hell you think you is. Him, and him.
Been the best in this game for a minute. If I want it, then I'ma go get it. Ain't no asking, you know I'ma spin it. I don't go back and forth like it's tennis. I'm in mode, I've been locked on a mission. Cupid G, I ask God as my witness. I'm not pressing my bro off suspicion. Never pressing my bro off suspicion. She from NOLA, she got superstition. I'm not waiting and hoping and wishing. I'm not stopping, I'm balling relentless. I'm a stepper, I'm standing on business. In the rumors, I'm minding my business. I'm a tutor, teach you how to get it. I tap in with the ones in your city. We make movies, we all the way with it.
Point 'em out, 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 point 'em out. Watch 'em panic. Got 2 chains on, I'm too late. Got 1 watch on my wrist. I'm riding round and I'm getting it. I'm young, but I ain't ignorant.
It's Madden NFL 24. We'll get a look at Joe Burrow. He's been sensational.
On 2, ready?
They'll start on the ground with Moss. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The numbers a week ago for Chase. He was inching up towards 200 yards receiving, couple of touchdowns, and I think you said it best at the end of the game. It was a pleasure to watch his performance, wasn't it?
Absolutely, because you and I both know none of those numbers came by accident. They were a result of him being in perfect sync with his quarterback, and boy, it was beautiful to watch.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The Bengals at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd and 4. Look at this Baltimore defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
not quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Burrow going for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Here we go.
First down. Here's Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Odafe Oweh charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. From the gun, a give to Brown. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. They'll run the screen with Moss. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
You look at this Baltimore defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Play action. It's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Yeah, 55.
Here we go. 11 coming.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
11.
They go play action with Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.